I just came across a video of someone who is just starting out their sewing journey for the first time, and they just got a sewing machine, and they were asking for kind of tips on like stuff that they need, and wanted like an idea of like what people's setup is. So I just want to take you on a tour of my setup. One thing to note, I live in an apartment. I live in a one-bedroom apartment, so I have very limited space. So because of that, I have kind of minimized the amount of space that my sewing area takes up, but I'm going to show you where I sew. So this is my computer desk, and this is my where I sew. I basically this area I either use for my work laptop, and when I'm not working, I just put my sewing machine right here, just on. It's just an L-shaped desk. So I have my computer, and then I have this. But where I do a lot of my work is actually over here. So this is my cutting table, and this is literally just a folding table. And underneath I have a cabinet with various things. All of my sewing stuff are in the drawers here. This is just a bunch of like random electronic stuff, but I have my steamer down there. But down here I have, these are where all my glues are. I have, this is a grommet press. My measuring tools down here. This drawer is for marking and cutting, and I like to organize things based off purpose. So we have marking and cutting in this one. We have random other sewing supplies, including like needles and measuring tools and other random stuff. And then this one is more glue, specifically my hot glue gun. And this one are my tapes. And then down here is more just miscellaneous stuff, including like my little presser pillow and just other random things. And then this is my fabric stash, which I've been really good with minimizing the amount of stuff in my stash. So a lot of the stuff is left over from other cosplays. But I've been trying to be good about buying extra new fabric when I have stuff in my stash I need to use. This also over here is more storage. So I have like my clips in here, and then I have needles, pins here, machine needles specifically, and then this has a bunch of random stuff. This is actually my cross stitch drawer, so this has all my cross stitch supplies. Down here are more fabric stuff. Mostly this is stuff that I'm currently working with. And then these are like projects that I need to finish. These are like clothes and stuff that I need to like fix up and hem and stuff. So that's down there. And then this is one of the more useful things I bought. It's a little rotating sewing organizer. And in here I have the things that I need the most when I am sewing at my machine. So I usually will bring this over to the table when I'm sewing. So it's next to my machine. I've got my shears in here, my various shears. I've got my pin cushion marking, my roller, other sewing stuff, my bobbin case. So this is just like all the little bits and bobs that I need while I'm actually sewing. And then I have a magnetic pin dish, which I highly recommend. I love using magnetized tools because they're just really, really useful. So get like a magnetic dish for your pins. This one is a magnetic pin cushion that you put on your wrist. That's so super useful. Also, another really useful thing is this. So this is a telescoping magnet. So if you drop your pins on the floor, you can easily like get them with the magnet, and that is super, super useful. And then I've got some fabric weights you can use to weigh down your fabric or pins, but honestly I use just about anything that I have on hand to weigh down my fabric or pins. And then one of the more useful things also is this cutting mat. So this is a rotary cutter mat, so like you can use a rotary cutter on it, but I use it more for measuring. So I got one that is almost as big as my full table, and I use this thing for measuring out, for lining up my patterns and my fabric and measuring things out. So this is super, super useful. So yeah, those are some things that I use regularly with my sewing, and hopefully that helps you out a little bit. I'll have my iron as well. You would need a steam iron. That's very important. But yeah, this is what my setup looks like. It's pretty simple, very minimal, but it works for me.